right, this painting here, one of my Mayan series, is called Journey of the Shaman and the Scribe Rabbit. It's it comes with a lot of deep message to it. And what's happening here, I'll describe the different elements of the painting and how it unfolds the story. The big shape around this inner light form represents going into the cave. And all the Mayan sacred spaces, the most sacred of their spaces, were in caves. Often the caves were underneath their sacred buildings, and that's why they built them there. Well, in this cave, where many of the rituals were done, we have the shaman, and this glyph right here, that's the shaman glyph. And the shaman is undertaking a journey into the other dimensions. And this often happened at a particularly precise times in order to navigate into the world of the stars and dimensions of the other worlds. And this glyph right here, it represents the eclipse. And the Mayans and the shamans believed that during the eclipse, certain opportunities were available with the openings into the dimensional domains of the other worlds. And this symbol here represents the portal that has been opened through the sun and the moon coming together as an eclipse. And so in that time, there's an opening into travel to other dimensions. So that's what the shaman is doing. He's gone through the portal during the eclipse. And over here, we have Scribe Rabbit. Now, Scribe Rabbit was the recorder of all the sacred knowledge and sacred teachings and experiences that the shamans had. So here, the Scribe Rabbit is recording the shaman's experience and what he has to share. He's sharing it, this energy here, all these little patterns, that is the telepathic transmission, represents the symbol of the telepathic transmission through time and space and other dimensions to the Scribe Rabbit, who is recording in the sacred books and having carved a stela, otherwise known as the stone trees, which inscribed on there was the information that the rabbit puts in the book. Then it goes on to stone, which is much more permanent, which is really glad they did it in stone because their books were burned up. So in the stone tablet and in the book, the rabbit is recording the message of the shaman who's brought that back from the deep, deep understanding of space and time and mythologies of the Mayans. And the message is, if you could read the glyphs, which I'll read them for you, if you could read the glyphs, this glyph here is the glyph of the child of the mother. And it's a hand holding the child. And in the Mayan way of showing things, they did both a reflection from top to bottom and from left to right, so that all different ways of coming together in the four directions was there. And so he is recording that all of us are the children of the mother. We all come from the source of the mother. And down here, this is my token name, or the name of the day that I was born in Mayan cosmology. And it's 11, 2 bars and a dot. Dog, right here's the dog. The dog is the guide and the one that is faithful to the way. And here is the ahau. The name of the glyph for the dog is ok. And the name of the glyph for the sun is ahau. And ahau is the glyph of the sun, the flower, the flowering of consciousness, and the artist. And the rabbit here was also considered the artist because he could write the sacred symbols into the sacred books, and then they would be carved by the stone carvers into the sacred stone trees, which carried the information into the future, so that all the Mayan people in the future would understand what the messages, the sacred messages that the shamans brought back to their herds, their temples. And so the shaman, the portal, the eclipse, the message, the recording that we are all children of the Mother.